Hi, I'm Tanner with Transwest Truck Trailer RV here in Frederick, Colorado. Today we're going to go over a new inventory unit. This is a brand new 2026 Cimarron Norstar. This is their Warmblood setup in their 2+1. Really nice setup trailer. We sell a ton of these. We pretty much, we get them in and they sell. Everyone's looking for one of these. This is a really well optioned one, kind of one of our higher end setups on these 2+1 models. So we'll walk you around this guy. Start up here at our front tack room. This is going to be a pretty typical front tack room of just the 2+1s in general. Granted, there's a little bit of upgrades in here, but as far as the setup and space and kind of space-wise stuff like that, this is going to be your typical 2+1 setup. So we have our door here. We do have our 3-compartment brush tray situated on that door. It is a drainable brush tray, so each one of your 3 compartments is going to have drains in the bottom. So if you have a fly spray, a show sheen, anything like that that freezes, breaks, leaks, it will contain it to one of those 3 compartments and allow it to drain. Above that brush tray, we do have our sliding type window. Again, on our tack rooms, we like to put some type of airflow, whether it be a window in the door. If we don't have a window in the nose, we like to throw like an air vent on the roof just to give you guys the abilities to air your tack out while you're traveling home after a long day of riding. So again, we like to put airflow on these. You're gonna have plenty of airflow, especially with your door window. You're gonna have 2 windows up in your nose as well. All of our trailers, not just this Warmblood model 2+1, but any horse trailer, livestock trailer, anything like that, we're for sure going to try and throw a fold-up step on your guys' tack room door, if not on the escape door or any other access point. We love these fold-up steps. You can see it takes about 10 inches of step actually up into the trailer when you guys are hauling those big heavy saddles. It makes that step just a whole heck of a lot easier to get in and out of this trailer with your stuff. Up in this tack room, again, pretty typical space-wise of a 2+1. One of the bigger upgrades we did in this tack room is going to be this gray rubber floor. This is probably one of my favorite up and coming products. Not necessarily up and coming, we've been doing it for a couple years, but it's kind of catching more traction and becoming more optioned on our trailers. It's not a huge upgrade to do on these trailers price wise. It just makes a whole heck of a lot of difference. I think when you go with your black rubber mats that you guys are used to seeing, they get pretty sticky in the summer months when that heat gets to them. Dust likes to stick to them, dirt likes to stick to them. They're pretty dang hard to clean. Now on the flip side of that, if you go carpet, that carpet can stain easy, it's harder to clean. Just not very user-friendly for a floor. But doing this gray rubber Tread Bright, it is a rubber product, but it is a super hard rubber. It's not going to get hot in the summer, it's not going to get tacky, and you can just go in here and sweep this out. You can come in here with like a portable battery-powered air leaf blower and blow this out. Super cool product. We've done trailers where we've been on the floor, the walls, the deck, the nose, everything like that. I love this product. It's probably one of my easiest suggestions for you guys to make a little upgrade on your trailers if you guys are ordering them. Behind me, we do have our saddle rack and our blanket bar. Again, this is a fully adjustable setup. It is built into the frame of the wall of this trailer. You have 2 set screws. You can fully adjust these. You can remove these. You can add more, situate them how you guys want. Right now, it goes saddle rack, saddle rack, saddle rack. You can, alternate and go saddle rack, blanket bar, saddle rack. Again, fully adjustable, fully modular. And you can take them out if you don't want saddle racks in here. You're maybe just going camping trip, something like that, and you want to use this for storage. You can take these out super easy as well. On our drop wall here, we do have our boot box, again, fully carpeted, a great place to store some stuff, keep stuff organized while you guys are traveling. Also serves as a nice step up into your nose area. You will notice in our nose area that it is a V-nose trailer, so again, not super user-friendly. If you're gonna weekend out and throw a mattress, you can get a mattress to fit, you can get a custom mattress, stuff like that. But the benefits of doing this V-nose, again, great option, especially with the Air Ride system we have on this trailer. This trailer is gonna pull probably better than any trailer out there just because of the Air Ride. The aerodynamics of that V-nose, you're gonna get better fuel mileage, and again, this thing's gonna pull like a dream while you guys are traveling. LED Opti Bright up in the nose, and it's kind of hard to see in the videos, it kind of blends in, but we do have a clothes rod situated up there on the ceiling. Again, if you want to hang some show clothes kind of up out of the way in that nose area, you can freely do so. So we work our way out. 48-gallon water tank here mounted next to that boot box up on your drop wall. Again, always important to have water with you guys. We try to fit water tanks in on most of our trailers if we can do it. And just super important to be able to take water with you for your horses, especially winter months when water's hard to find, stuff like that. Lastly, in this front tack room, we did a fully carpeted partition wall. We'll usually do 1 of 2 things in our tack rooms on these trailers. We will fully carpet the partition wall like this, which more so we'll do if you have more bridle hooks, especially like a full length on the wall like this, or we will go ahead and we will just carpet behind your bridle hooks. We like to do at least carpet somewhere for your bridle hooks. That way your bridles aren't scratching up the trailer's not scratching up your bridles, and that carpet will really help deaden that noise on the back side of this wall for your horses. So again, fully carpeted bridle hooks, or partition wall behind your bridle hooks. Then again, another LED Opti Bright light here above the door, which will be switched right here. Keep working our way down. We're not going to go in right here, but I'll show you guys. We do have our side ramp access here. Again, 2+1 setup, the benefit of it is you can haul 2 horses straight, you can offload on the side, you have that box stall up front, then you can haul a couple more horses, you can haul a mare and a foal separate from your 2 in the back. Again, a great setup with that side ramp to be able to load and offload. It just gives you guys more usability. You will notice this trailer is extra tall. Our typical height for Warmblood trailers is going to be 7'7". This trailer is actually extra tall. We're 7'10" on our height of this trailer, so we can really get that extra headroom clearance for those bigger horses. Dutch door flip over our side ramp. The thing I love about these Dutch doors is, I'll show you this on the side and the front, you are more than welcome to run this trailer with your Dutch door up top open. So again, those hot summer months, especially if you're down south, rodeo and show and anything in that, and your summer months down south, you can close the side ramp here, you can close your rear ramp in the back with your Dutch doors above, leave those open. You can see just how much air you can pull through this trailer. I mean, you are moving a heck of a lot of air and keeping your horses cooled off super efficiently in those summer months. I really like it. And then again, if we get into kind of these fall months that we're in right now, you can close them up and just open your sliding types and still get some good air moving, but again, not a whole heck of a lot of air to over freeze them out during the winter. Behind that Dutch door, we have a droppable window. I don't have it dropped right now just because that Dutch door is swung over it. 16-inch LED light above that, again, giving you guys plenty of light to saddle here on this passenger side of this trailer. For our horse area back here, it's going to be kind of where your horse's hips are inside that trailer. You do have a big sliding type window here, so again, really maximizing that airflow on this trailer. See our Air Ride sticker. We are on 2 7,000-pound Dexter Airflex Air Ride axles. Control boxes up front for that is completely contained on the trailer. You guys don't have to add anything to your guys' trucks. You just buy the trailer and your Air Ride system is all contained, which I'll show you guys up front. Keep working our way around to the load side of this trailer. Again, it is a rear ramp over double rear doors here. It's a little bit different setup than your typical 2+1. You guys have seen 2+1 videos in the past. Most of them are double Dutch doors up high, rear ramp integrated into those double Dutch doors. This is set up with a double rear door with your rear ramp set up. So a little bit different setup on this guy. We did add our spoiler to the rear. Again, that's something we do every so often. I wouldn't say it's a need or a necessary on a 2+1. We just throw them on some trailers and don't. The benefit of it is going to keep that dust from swirling behind your trailer and getting the rear of that trailer all dusty and nasty while you guys are traveling. So again, there is a benefit to it. Is it a benefit that I think you need to add on every trailer? No, but it is a cool look and there is benefit to it. So for the nitty gritty up here in our load space, we do have our Werm flooring. I highly suggest Werm flooring in every single trailer, but more so in these setups where we can move some dividers. We have 2+1 setups, pin systems, stuff like that. The reason I say that is because every single place that there's a grommet where something can latch, if you're running rubber mats, it's super hard once you get those mats pulled out to clean your floor to get them back in perfect over there. You always end up with one mat in the wrong spot or one mat mismatched and it won't fit over those grommets. So I highly suggest Werm flooring, period. But in these trailers, it's really beneficial. You don't ever have to clean your floor anyway with the Werm. And it just makes it that much easier that you're not having to try to fit mats back in here, every spring, fall when you guys are doing your trailer cleanouts. The 2+1 setup is super cool. This is a full panel 2+1 setup. So you're gonna have your full stud divider. It's not broken down into a head grill and a tail side. Just one full panel. We have airflow bars up top so your horses can see each other. Again, pulling that air through to both horses from that big Dutch door on the side ramp. Padded divider here, full stud. You're gonna have your butt bar that you guys saw me take down there. You are gonna have your chest bar here with your safety latch. So if you have horses that like to chew on stuff, they can't pull your chest bar out of the way. Canvas feed bags for each one of our stalls. And those can just go out of the way when you guys aren't using them. Big drops, you can see right where your horse's head's gonna be. There's gonna be big drop windows so you can feed them from the outside. Again, really getting that airflow to your horse's heads. In the front of each stall, we are gonna have our big gate, again, separating your 2 stalled horses from your box stall up here, where if you're hauling 2 more horses, you're hauling a mare and a foal, everything's separate. They can't fight while you guys are traveling. Pass-through door to our front tack room. Again, you can easily access this box stall, especially if you're hauling 2 horses and using this more as storage. You have free flow from your tack room to this stall area. Escape door situated on driver's side. Again, chest bar there to keep whatever you're hauling here from leaning on that door as you exit. And then you could look at that side ramp with our strap to kind of keep whatever, again, you're hauling from leaning fully on that door. We're gonna have OptiBrite lights throughout this trailer. They're easy to see up here because they're not covered up by gates. So we have OptiBrite lights. There'll be back lights above your stall area as well. And we have roof vents situated as well to really get some air pulling into this trailer while you're traveling. But the cool thing I want to show you guys about these 2+1 setups is they're so versatile. I think that's why they become so popular, because you can do so much with them. Again, we have them set up as a 2+1 right here, where you can haul 2 separate, 2 in the front. You can also pull everything out of this trailer and just have a wide open trailer if you wanted just a big box to haul a lot of stuff. You can easily, if you need to, and you just wanted 2 big box stalls, so you're gonna have 4 latch points on this divider. 1 high, 1 low in the front and back. And this divider will just easily slide out of the way on a sliding track. You'll have the same latch points low and high on your divider. And then again, that will just store over there. Again, a little bit smaller box stall here in the back because that gate does have to store. But you can easily set yourself up with 2 box stalls. Again, using these head gates as your dividing wall between the 2 box stalls. And again, if you want to take everything out of this trailer, you can easily latch those doors shut like we just had them. Pull this center post out, which is also on one of those set pins. And then again, you just have a wide open trailer. If you're hauling ATVs, UTVs, if you're going to hunt and camp, you're not necessarily taking horses, but you just need to haul a bunch of stuff, moving yourself, your family. Seems like everyone who has a trailer ends up helping somebody move at some point. So this is a great setup for just about anything. 2 LED 8-inch lights above this load area and giving you guys plenty of light to see what you're doing while you're loading and offloading, keeping you safe, keeping your stock safe on this trailer. Move around to our driver's side. Gonna look similar to our passenger side. Again, we are 7'10" tall, so we're extra tall. We're 6'10" wide in our 2+1 setups. A lot of people think, why don't you go 8 wide if you're building a trailer for, you know, these Warmblood, these bigger horses? And that's just because when you load them straight, you don't need all that extra width. And the benefit of doing it 6'10" wide versus 8 is if we keep it 6'10", those wheel wells don't creep into the stall area where your horses have, you know, a chance to hang a hock on them, kind of damage themselves while they're traveling. They're loaded straight, they're gonna have plenty of room. You don't have to worry about that wheel well being in their space while you're traveling on a 6'10" wide trailer. On this driver's side, 6-inch LED light above your tie outside. If for any reason you need to saddle off that off tack side, you can do so super easy over here. Big Cimarron drop window. I showed you guys those corner feed bags in there. Look how easy it is just to drop that gel bar out of the way. And your corner feed bag can be situated right in that window. You can feed, grain, tie and untie horses while you're traveling, all from the outside of this trailer. And again, the Cimarron windows operate super efficiently. They're big, heavy framed. I could probably roll this whole trailer just with that window. Cool thing I want to point out that I forget to point out on most videos is everything on a Cimarron trailer is going to be greasable. So our window hinges are greasable, our door hinges are greasable. Sometimes if we do like super heavy duty hinges on a big door or something like that, they won't be greasable, but 90% of the time everything is going to be greasable. So if these ever get sticky on you, squeaky, you can just stick a grease gun on there, grease them. You don't have to heat them up. You don't have to worry about, you know, taking the window off to grease it. Everything is super easy. Then again, a big sliding type window here behind that. Let's keep working our way forward. Big escape door here on our box stall, again, chest barred. Again, fold up step here on that escape door. This is one of those where 90% of the time we do it, but sometimes we don't throw a step on our escape door. If we see the benefit of you guys actually using it for some storage, we'll always throw a escape door or a fold down step on just to make that access a little easier. Something simple I want to show you guys. If you've had problems in the past with our fold up step shocks, there used to be a steel head on where they connect to your step in your trailer, and over time those would tend to rust. Cimarron's going from everything moving forward is going to be this aluminum head, so you guys aren't going to have to worry about those rusting and getting loose on you guys anymore. So again, small thing that Cimarron's doing, but they take your guys' feedback and they really run with it and try to make things better for you guys. Let's keep working our way down. Again, not much to see else on this passenger side. Good view of that tapered V-nose here. But for our equipment underneath here, we do have our battery box located here on the driver's side, up high and out of the way. Talked about the Air Ride system a little bit. This is your compressor and your controls for the Air Ride system. Again, everything is contained on this trailer. It's really simple to run. You're going to have an on-off switch to turn the compressor on and off, and then a lower and a raised position for your actual airbags. So the easiest way I like to do it, I always run my compressor on if I'm going to use my trailer. If I'm loading horses, I have it in the lower position so it's lower to the ground for them to get on. Once you get them loaded and you're ready to go, you turn it to raise, and that's going to do everything for you. It's going to keep that PSI where it wants it. As you hit bumps, it's going to let that air out and then air it back up while you guys are traveling. Super easy system. I mean, it's a 2-switch operation that's contained on a trailer. It's really nice. Battery ran to a cutoff switch, so you can easily kill all power to this trailer. You can see your Air Ride system just shut off right there when I flick that switch. Main benefit of this being, if you get it to a show, you're staying in a hotel, Your trailer's gonna be sitting for a couple days and you forgot a tack light on, you forgot your air ride systems on, something like that. You don't come out 2 days later getting ready to leave the show and your batteries are dead. As long as you always remember to turn this off when you're not gonna be using your trailer, it's gonna kill all power and not allow this trailer to drain the battery. Top of that, we do RedArc systems now on all of our trailers with battery power. Reason we do that is because this turns your truck into almost a rapid charger instead of a trickle charger. Typically when you're plugged into your 12 volt on your truck, it's gonna trickle charge that battery a little bit for you guys while you're traveling. This is gonna allow that to be more of a rapid charge. It also gives us some info on your trailer. It's gonna let us know if your connections are good, if you're getting 12 volt power from your truck. It really helps kind of diagnose some electrical stuff between the truck and the trailer as well. Again, main benefit though is it's gonna turn that into more of a rapid charge, so you can charge your batteries a little quicker off of your truck. Next to that, we have your electric over hydraulic jack. Again, simple button press. Your button's located up here out of the way. One button to raise it, one button to lower it. If for any reason your batteries ever do die for some reason, like we talked about, all of our jacks we throw on our Cimarrons do have a manual override as well. So if you guys get in a place where you don't have the ability to charge your batteries aren't charging, there's a connection issue, something like that, you do have the option to just hand crank this trailer up and down too, so you guys aren't stranded. Next to that is our spare tire, matching wheel and tire to the rest of the wheels and tires on the trailer. Get mounted up high and kind of out of the way to kind of miss some of that road debris while you guys are traveling. Finish things off up here on our nose, pretty standard stuff. So we have our 25K B&W coupler, safety chains, breakaway cable, and then our 7-pin ran back to its housing back there. A really nice trailer. We have a few of these showing up. Again, they tend to sell out pretty quick, but if you're interested in this trailer, the stock number for this unit is 5N250916. Again, it's a 2026 Cimarron Norstar 2+1. Really nice trailer, extra tall with that 710 height, V-nose. It's gonna be a great pulling trailer. A lot of different options you can run on this guy. If you're interested in this trailer, maybe some other 2+1 setups, some head-to-head setups, or just some Warmblood trailers in general, feel free to give me a call. Again, my name's Tanner here at Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick. Phone number is 303-684-3409. Thanks for tuning in.